All right, we are back for another day of Advent of Code. Looks like we're getting more planets going here, which is good. Today is day 15, which means it's about to be the 15th of December in Eastern Time, but it's currently December 14th for me, right around 9 p.m. And let's see, what are we doing? Let's see, days 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13 were int code. I don't know, but I think we might have another day of int code if it's all odds. We'll see though. I'm actually should I bet that it's int code? Let's get my repository set up in the right place. CP-R day 0 to day 15. I'm gonna bet it's int code. We're gonna save ourselves a little bit of time if it's int code, but we're gonna cost ourselves a little bit of time if it's not. But I'm willing to bet. So cut that to here. Oh, we want part 2 though. So I'm willing to bet that we're gonna have to implement another int code. So I'm ready to implement our input and output function here. But just in case it isn't, what else do we need if it isn't? Well, I think that's it. ASC 2019, day 15. Hey, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Get to translate. This is fun. Good night, Anthony. Good luck today. Thanks, friend. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. I'm guessing today is going to be int code. That's my bet. Hey, what's up, Meteox? How's it going? I should really clean up these things. Day 14, we don't need the PyPy stuff. Day 14, we don't need all these text files. We certainly don't need the core dump from day 14. I'm doing good. I streamed earlier today. We worked on my text editor. We implemented, well, it's mostly done, but you can now jump by word with the arrow key. It kind of works. It's a little bit buggy. Like, it should jump from here to the beginning of the next line. It should do that, but currently it's doing this. So, like, it's not one-to-one, which is a little bit weird, but I know how to fix it. I just didn't get to it on stream. But that's what I plan to do some other day. Don't need that. We can get rid of the day 12 text files. Oh, I accidentally deleted day 14's. Didn't mean to do that. Day 12 t star.text. We can get rid of the output jars. We can get rid of the, what is this t.py? Oh, that was me explaining PyTest. We can delete that. Hey, what's up, Space Boy? Thank you for the raid. Hey, how's it going? Raid. What's up, Aneurysm? Hello. I'm gonna aggressively bet that today's Advent of Code is going to be int code. So I've already copy-pasted my int code program. Just gonna bet. Great, just bash my head against part 2 of day 7, not looking so good. Oh, yeah, day 7 part 2 was very, very tricky. Very tricky. Anderson says that's a very aggressive bet. I mean, it's at this point it kind of looks like a 50-50, you know? And all of the odd days have been since day 5. So, we'll see. If I lose the bet, it costs me like, I don't know, what, 10 seconds? It's not a huge deal. But if I'm right, it saves me 10 seconds. Space Boy says, I'm going to lurk. Time to relax for the evening. Good luck. Thank you, friend. But yeah, if you need any pointers on day 7, part 2, I'm happy to help out there. I won't give you hints though unless you ask for it. I feel like that's spoils it a little bit, you know? Day 11 Swift. We don't need the Swift install. We don't need .NET anymore. Although I do plan to do one thing in C# at some point, but I think we'll start over from scratch when we have to do that. Even though I'm pretty sure last time it downloaded like several gigabytes of stuff. Whatever. We'll make it happen. We gotta get ready to paste our input. Which other language will we use today? I don't know. I was thinking Go. Or PHP. Or... I don't know. I was only thinking of Go and PHP. I didn't really put much thought into this. Python 0 is pretty fun. Despite it being entirely a clusterfuck. C#, the programming language equivalent of bloatware. C#'s, I don't know, I like C#. I just haven't been able to write in a while. Eric says golang with the haha cat. Oh, that's the emote that I want. But I don't think I'm gonna get it. Alright, 3.5 minutes. I like the syntax of C#. Me too, VF Davis. Oops. Yeah, do you like my bet here? I'm betting that it's intcode, so I already copied my program over. I'm ready to go. But, yeah, if it's not intcode, then whatever. We'll be ready to... Actually, I can even put the command in if it's not intcode. So we'll just run this command if it's not intcode. Golang, but you talk like Rob Pike. That's 10 out of 10 content. Spaceboy just moved his encode interpreter into a class. That might save you even more time. Well, I just have to call this function. It's not really all that. Why didn't this click work? Yeah, there we go. I just have this function, so like when I copy and paste the code, it works fine. And the function just takes the inputs and outputs, which is really the only parameters we've had so far, except for day 7, which was kind of a mess. That was fine. As long as we don't have to do more coroutines. In before, it's an intcode linter in intcode. Missing a trailing comma. Too much white space. Please, you shouldn't use that integer there. You should use a different integer. I didn't finish my disassembler either, so I hope it's not a like reverse engineering problem. Actually, I'd be fine with a reverse engineering problem. I just think a lot of other people are going to be more set up for that than I am. Drift in Aloft says, I'm still pounding my head against day 14, part 2. Yeah, that one confused me for a long time, but then I realized it was way simpler than I was making it out to be. I don't know if that helps, but like, I was hilariously overthinking it. And when we eventually got there, it was way better. Maniac says, I hope you get points today. I got points yesterday. This is one of the last few days I'll be able to get points though, because 18 onwards I'm going to be doing in January. Because I'm going home to the Michigans to hang out with my fam. And internet sucks there, so I won't be able to stream them. And figured I'll stream them all, so I'm okay sacrificing points for content, you know? Quality content. Alright, 40 seconds. We're almost there. Do this. Get more points. Purple Pineapple says, hey Sane, going home to Michigan on the 19th. Nice. I'm about, let's see, an hour and 15 minutes northeast of Detroit, where I call home, in this tiny town called Oxford. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's a place by Lake Orion. Bigger place that's nearby. But anyway, enough personal information. Hey, what's up, Orlin the Mage? How's it going? 3, 2, 1, go. It is intcode. I was not wrong. Okay. And cancel this and start reading the puzzle. I'm gonna say, so many things can go wrong. Fortunately, many of those things have indicator lights. One of those lights is lit. The oxygen system. Oh no! Those care package include an intcode, your puzzle input that can use to remotely control the repair droid. By running that program, you can direct the repair droid to the oxygen system and fix the repair. The remote control executes the following steps in a loop forever. Accept a movement command via input construction, send the movement command to the repair droid, wait for the repair droid to finish the movement operation, report the status of the repair droid via the output instruction. Only 4 movement commands are understood: north, south, west, and east. Copy that, because that sounds important, and I'm going to have to flip back and forth and forget that over and over. Most movements occur in direction, but not in distance. In a long enough east-west hallway, a series of commands like 444, 3333 will leave the repair droid back where it started. Okay. Goes east 4 times and then west 4. Cool. The repair droid can reply with any of the following status codes. 0. The repair droid hit a wall. Its position has not changed. 1. The repair droid has moved 1 step in the requested direction. 2. The repair droid has moved 1 step in the requested direction. Its new position is the location of the oxygen system. You don't know anything about the area around the repair droid, but you can figure it out by watching the status codes. Okay, so we have to navigate around and draw walls. For example, we can draw the area using D for the droid, pound for the walls, and dot for the locations the droid can traverse, and empty space for unexplored locations. Then the initial state looks like this. We go north, we hit a wall, we go east. Okay. So we're basically feeling out the location, the blind puzzle. We found the oxygen system. In this example, it was only 2 moves away from the repair droid's starting location. What is the fewest number of movement commands required to move the repair droid from its start position to the location of the oxygen system? Oh, so let's see. I think what we want to do is a breadth first search. And that means we're going to be copying our puzzle around a lot. Yeah. Okay. See if I remember how to do breadth first search. We're going to have a bunch of programs. Programs equals... well, we're going to have programs and directions. And each program is going to have... We're going to send it an input and retrieve its output. Well, maybe I should have used the coroutine version of this one. Anderson says you win this pet. Not sure if I want to say nice or not, right? Okay, so we're going to... Yeah, we can wrap this in some state. Int, and we want the overall map. We want everything to share that. So the map will be, or I don't know, area for lack of a good name. Int to what? Position? Air? Sure. So a program will have its current position. Just do pause X and pause Y. Actually, I think I want my coroutine version of this, which is shitty, I guess. Because I need to rev these programs over and over. Or I could plot everything out and I could plot everything out and then just do a breadth first search on the answer. Yeah, let's do that. How do I do that? Yeah, I think I need the coroutine version of this. Let's see. Oh, but the coroutine version of this doesn't have the doesn't have all the instructions. Shit. Well, we can figure out how I adapted that last time. We turn this into a generator of optional int, and we changed the we had an input here. Let's not do it that way. We'll yield none when we request a value, and we will return the value. Parameter. So our little state that we're gonna keep is program, the map, and it needs to know its position. Oh, but we need to be able to copy this thing. How did I structure the JavaScript one? Because I liked that, kind of. What did it return here? When we're done, it halted and returned this. Okay. Return none, 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 true. True is for halted, I think. And in 3, we fed it program counter and the value. And it returns that. Okay. So sick copy pasta. That was a fun one. And so when it retrieved a value, yes, Python chips to the max. I was not prepared. I'm porting JavaScript to Python now. What does the world come to? If val is none, or is not none, or wait, if value is none, then we return program PC none and false. Otherwise, program at the store is equal to value, and then value equals none. That should always get specified though. So much for the winning bet saving you time. That's fine. I'm doing a little bit of refactoring. It's not the worst. And 4, we return program PC plus 2 parameter instruction 1 and false. This returns a tuple of dict int and int for the program counter, and int for the parameter, and then boolean for completed. But this is optional int because we return none. Actually, should just return the proper values here, that way I don't need to do optional. Okay, so that gives us a program that we can rev. So we need to initialize our first call into here. So programs is equal to run a copy of the program, and then we need to pass in the program counter is 0. The value we're going to pass in is each of these. And we also want to keep track of the position. So we'll do that there. And for direction in 1, 2, 3, 4, pause X, pause Y. Make ourselves a little thing here. If direction is equal to 1, then pause y minus equals 1. Else if direction is equal to 2, pause y plus equals 1. If direction is equal to 3, pause x minus equals 1. Else pause x plus equals 1. I guess we do elif. If it's 4, then we do this. Okay, so that gets us our programs, and that's kind of our stack here. Are you trying to beat GeoHots? Or what? Okay, so while programs are we there yet? We're starting to do the depth first search now. That's good. let's see. This is what we're getting out, so it's... I wish I would have made a type for this. It's not too late. Actually, it's pretty easy to make a type for this. From typing import named tuple. And a program which is dict int. We're going to have PC, which is int. We're going to have value, value, which is an int, and we have completed, which is bool. Actually, this is halted. This returns prog. And then we gotta change the returns. To make it much easier to reason about these variables, I believe. Okay. If prog.value is equal to, what were the values? 0, 1, and 2 or something like that? 0, it's a wall, the position is not changed. Okay, so we'll just terminate our bot if he hits a wall. If prog.value is equal to 0, then area, it's actually not program, it's prog and pos x, pos y. Area at pos x, pos y is equal to dot. Wait, wall. Wall? Wall? Yeah, wall. If the repair droid has moved one step in the requested direction. Oh, we need to know the depth too. How many positions they moved. Elif prog value equals 1. Also, if it's 2, return depth. If it's 1, that's when we do our continuation. So area pos x, pos y is equal to a dot. New position equals add position. We don't actually look at this individually, so let's call it pos. Add position, pos, direction. If new direction, no, it'd be new position, not new direction. If new pos in area, then continue. This means we've already reached that square. Otherwise, next iter.pend, where we'll call the program with prog.prog.copy and program counter prog.pc and prog. Wait, what is the value? Oh, the value is the direction. And the direction that we go. Making some copies here. Why does it keep saying unbound key? What is bugging out? Should have just left it. I think that's going to do it. Oh, we need to do programs equals next iter. Let's look at what one iteration of this looks like. It looks like a syntax error. Invalid syntax. Hi. How many values to unpack? Oh, we need to append properly. Program is only one part of this. We also need the direction, new pause, and the depth, which is depth +1. Okay, doing something. Let's let it rip, I guess. Forgot to print the return value. 294. That number seems high. Fuck yeah, points! I'm wrong! Hell yeah! We got points! You quickly repair the oxygen system. Oxygen gradually fills the area. Oxygen starts in the location containing the repaired oxygen system. It takes 1 minute for oxygen to spread to all open locations that are adjacent to the location that already contains oxygen. Diagonal locations are not adjacent. In the example above, suppose you've used the droid to explore the area fully and have marked the map where locations that contain oxygen. Okay, so we need to figure out how long it takes to fill the map. Use the repair droid to get a complete map of the area. How many minutes will it take to fill with oxygen? Okay. So, area pod. Oh, we need to not do that. We need to copy part 1 to part 2.py. So we need to not return depth here, but set our area to that. And we'll let it continue iterating from there. If prog.value equals 1, then we do this. Otherwise, it's this. So we'll just do another depth search from oxygen outwards, I think. At least that's the plan. Okay, so this should iterate until it finishes. So this should give us the full map. And then we just gotta go backwards from this. Which is dope. But we need to know the position. Let's see, oxygen pause equals. Oxygen pause equals. None. This is gonna be optional. Tuple int. Oh fuck, this means I need to implement another intcode language, doesn't it? God damn it. Okay, so we're gonna reuse the same area map and just replace dots with something else. Okay. To fill is equal to. We really just need the position here. We don't care about that. Let's see, assert oxygen pause is not none. Is it how many steps we need? Is that what it said? 4 minutes. Okay. Minutes equals 0. We'll just reuse these directions because we already have the math for it. New pause equals add position. Pause direction. If area new pause is in, well, it'll always be in the map. So if that is in a, actually if it's equal to dot, that's the only time we continue. Otherwise otherwise we're skipping that one. When did I assign the value? I assigned the value after moving? Yeah, that's fine. This is the movement. Okay. Area new pause is equal to, okay, what did I use up here? Alt X. This is just so that if I need to visualize it, we'll have it visualized. Next to fill.pend new pause. So that should get us our depth first search. I wonder if I'm off by 1. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Let's make a map printing function since I didn't do that yet. Right, it's tuple. Tricky, tricky. Oh damn, we got ourselves a maze. We're down here. Okay. We're slowly snaking our way through it. Print map area. This is an interesting point. It's about to get to a bend here. Did I misread how the filling works? All open locations that are adjacent to a location containing oxygen. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Don't worry about diagonals. Hey, what's up, Earth20010? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I wonder if I'm just off by one. And Luca Poitin, thank you as well for the follow. Yeah, that worked right. This looks fine. We need to cancel this breakpoint. We filled it all out. I wonder if I'm just off by one? Like, let's see, does it count the first minute? Let's see. Initially, the only location to change oxygen is the repair system. However, after 1 minute, the oxygen spreads to all open positions. Okay, so that's it after 1 minute. And 2 minutes. And 3 minutes. So what the fuck? I think my code's right. It looks right. We could print all the maps and put them in a log file and separate them and see if that helps us. Oh, we should put a timestamp. Oh, we only printed the top map anyway. Yeah, what the fuck gives? This looks right. Kind of cool. Yeah, I'm making a visualization using less. I could try their tiny sample input and see if mine produces the same result, but I'm pretty sure it does. What happens if they collide into each other? They can't because it's breadth first. And we also just watched it and it didn't happen. So this is the last one. It should end here. Oh, I think I'm just off by one. I got points! Fucking A, I should have just submitted -1. God damn it. That's so dumb. Okay, well, print map helped me, I guess, so we'll let that live. I checked when you first said off by 1 and saw you were. But I'm confused why I'm off by 1. Oh, probably because I increment here instead of here. Let's see if this changes the output. Well, I should get 388s. I do it right. Nope, still getting 389. Why isn't this terminating properly? What the fuck did I write here? I meant to write this. Oh, we still have things in our list? Huh. It works though. It works to the next language. I want to figure out why it's busted, at least a little bit. Because it doesn't make sense to me why it is. So this is right before we execute the 388th minute. We should add these 3 things in. Oh, I see why it's off by 1. Because we complete it on that iteration. It's only on the next iteration that we should increment minutes. This should give us our value that we want. There we go. Trixie! Trixie! Okay, let's put this in Git. That's actually pretty fast solve for this late in the game. The log was kind of cool. input double internet. Well done. Thank you, Aneurysm. Alright, let me catch up on chat because I'm way behind. Let's see. Oh, we just talked about that. Driftloff says, still pounding my head. Oh, we talked about that again as well. I'm not sure if I want to say nice or not. Yeah, for me winning the bet. VF Davis says, the only thing that breaks the immersion of these problems for me, if the elves are smart enough to know exactly the right problem for things to work, why do you need the program, the hardware, to understand the software? Because the elves are jerks and are too busy getting drunk. If I recall, breadth first works by treating the tree like an array. It's been too long since I did algorithms. Yeah, so there's two ways to do breadth and depth first. There's like a recursive solution, and I don't like the recursive solution. I think the iterative solution makes more sense to me, so that's why I always basically use this same pattern when I do breadth first search. So that's why you see it here and you see it here. This one's a little bit more complicated, but it's the same idea. So much for winning that bet, saving you time. I think it saved me a bit of time. Mutrix says, are you trying to beat GeoHots? Is GeoHots on the top of the leaderboard? Can we look at his per day stats? No? Nope. Hey, we got some points today. This is the third day getting points. I'm like super hyped about that. That's pretty cool. Are we there yet? Aneurysm says, oh, a class, as it was foretold. This is not a real class. Let me tell you. This is not a class. This is just a data container. It's like a struct. It's only because I was gonna confuse myself with the tuple. I literally didn't even use this value because the program never halts, but it was in the JavaScript version I needed. I guess I'm happy that I re-implemented it in JavaScript without using generators, because it made writing this one a lot easier. Print statements is the best way to debug. I agree. I don't like print statements. You saw me using the debugger. Something RPC. Nah, I think we're gonna re-implement again. Again. Less thinking, more working. You need those points. Looks like a maze. This looks pleasant to watch. Yeah, that was pretty pleasant to watch. My visualization for this day is less. But yeah, we got points. Onwards to the next language. I like this puzzle. It made me think about it. I think this one was pretty straightforward for me. Do it in Go now. I'm a Go program. Structs with functions are classes to me. Yeah, it's true because you don't have true classes there. Oh, someone pinged me on the Discord. What do they want? Yeah, I guess we'll do it and go now. We need to run part 1 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My super scientific data collection here. It's a little unfortunate that I was off by 1 though. Probably would have gotten a few more points. I fell into the trap and started with a random walk for part 1. Had to go back to the drawing board for part 2. Ah. Yeah. I mean, as soon as I saw shortest steps, I was like, oh, there's breadth first. We got that. Git commit -m day 15 part 1. My pie is gonna be mad because I did not do the type checking properly. Hello. Day 15 part 1. 58. Argument to proc as incompatible type none. Expected int. Right, because we don't have two-way channels here. Right? Yeah. That fixes that one. 122. All these numbers are wrong now. Points for me! Right, Mindful Fox? I got so many points. It is intcode. It is intcode. And I got points. Hell yeah. We're gonna have to make that same patch to part 2 as well. Right? Actually, we gotta make sure we didn't break part 2. Cool. Alright, what is the type checker mad about now? Incompatible types an assignment. Expression has type prog. Variable has type list int. On line 120. Oh. Oh. Just rename that one instead. Root does not return a value. Yes, it does. I promise you it does. We'll need to convince MyPy that that's the only branch. Raise assertion error unreachable. Alright, are we gonna do a full encode interpreter in Go? Is that what we're up for today? This is not so bad. I will have to learn... I'll have to learn basically the same thing I've learned for everything else. How many times have I implemented intcode? Let's see. We did it on days 2, so 2 times here. 2 times here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We've done it 14 times so far. Okay, was day 13 intcode? Yeah, it was. Yeah. So 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Times 2, plus 1, because I did it in SQLite also. So 15 times after today? Although it's really just like 7, 8. It'll be 8 programming languages, so it's not the worst. 8 programming languages, but 15 different puzzles. Something like that. What was I doing? Got distracted. Go away, trailing white space. We don't want you here. I think in Babby, I'm gonna have a special plugin that just always highlights trailing white space, so it's not a surprise. Or maybe it'll just fix it. Who knows? That'd be a good thing. Alright, we need to make the same fixes that we did in part 1. This one as well. Day 15, part 2. Function is missing a return type attribute. None. Int. Alright. That wasn't so bad. But yes, let's do Go. Can't you integrate these linters within the editor? Not in Nano because it's shitty. But yeah, Babby will have editor linter integration. But not yet because it doesn't do much yet. Takes more time to push these through than write the code. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna write Go. I think I'm gonna try and do it without any external dependencies, so we won't have to deal with modules or all that other shit. Because those are always frequently a mess, and I don't really want to deal with the packaging situation of Go. Although Go mods, I've heard, well, actually, I haven't just heard, I have experienced that they are way better than dealing with the previous vendoring situation, like glide and all that shenanigans. Unless you have a dependency that's more than 2 gigabytes, and then it doesn't fucking work because it's just like, no dependencies can be that big. Probably as it should be, but like, we're dealing with that at work because we have this one repository that literally contains gigabytes of content, and it also contains Go code. So we have this like wacky hack that kind of makes it work. Oh, this is a pretty good time. Pretty good time. Got points. Got points twice. I would have gotten more points here too if I wouldn't have like spent so much time debugging and instead of just submitted -1. Oh, 6 points, Pog. Yeah, boy. Okay. And we're gonna use spaces and then let it reformat it to tabs for me. Let's see if I remember enough of how Go works. .5, that's kind of old. Should we upgrade? Yes, we should. 13.5 is the latest one. Oh, and they even give us the checksum? Oh, so nice. We're going from 12.5 to 13.5. Perfect. And if I remember right, we have to purge old versions. So we gotta take this down here and do 12? I think that's right. We'll see what happens. You monster. What am I being a monster about, Aneurysm? That I'm using Puppet? Notice how you got points on intcode days, right? Spaces? Oh, spaces and Go. Yeah. But it's fine. This version of Nano has code formatters, so even though this is, even if I indent this as spaces, so spaces, if I press Control T, it will reformat it as a tab. So fine, everything's okay. But we should now have Go 1.13. And did it purge the old one? It did. Perfect. Upgrade Go to 1.13.5. And now on my other computers, all I need to do is git pull and then run Puppet, and it'll automatically do that for me. It's pretty cool. I've tried to automate my setup as much as possible. Hey, we got Hello World, and I didn't even have to Google for it. But here's where here's where that all falls off. Okay, we're doing the tab count thing. I guess this one counts. We'll keep that tab. argv in Go. Manline arguments. Go by example. os.args. See, I'm pretty sure I remembered that. Does it contain the program name? It does. It does. This has all the APIs, right? Perfect. And we also want OS. Oh, I forget how to check the size of an array in, or not array, whatever they're called. Slice. Is that what they're called? Is it len? I always forget. Length of slice golang. Oh, it's just len. Okay. If len of os.args not equal to, we want to print a standard error. We want fprintf, fprintlen, fprintlen, capitalized? No. os.standard error, and it's a format string. I want fprintf then, because this appears to not be a format string. Okay, so we want fprintf. Usage %s file name, comma os.args 0. And then probably os.capital exit. Yeah. How many tabs will we go to today, do you think? I think fewer. I know a bit more Go than what the fuck happened here? Why didn't it format my string for me? Oh, probably because %s is not a thing. Let's try %v. No. Cloud? Yeah, it is. Add F in function name. Oh, do I have F print? I do. Thank you. Thank you, stranger. There we go. Cool. Cool. So now we need to read a file. Alright boys, you ready for the errors do not equal nilses? So what do we have? If file comma error this looks wrong. We'll use it eventually, Go, I promise you. Must use or else can't. Fuck you, Go. I know what I'm doing. Let me be. How do we deal with files? Oh, that's still in this file. Okay. Feature chmod own close name read. Here we go. Reads up to len bytes. Is there not just like a give me the whole damn file as a string? IOUtil.read all file. Okay. Thank you for that. Saving me a tab. IOUtil.read all file. It's IO/IOUtil. Undefined file, undefined contents. Oh, that scopes it to the if block. How am I supposed to do this? What's the right way to do this? Yeah, am I supposed to put this on the line above? Like this? Okay. Cool. Love go. Can I hook this up to my if error does not equal nil button? This one will be my music. This will be if error does not equal nil. Knowledge says this looks like it's going to be fun. Oh, we got bytes, but I want runes. Oops, shit. Drop my mouse. All good. Oh wow, Bang Keyboard 1 actually works. Saved by the power of regexes. Bang Mouse, the literally like the shittiest mouse in the world. Logitech. Okay, so we have a series of bytes. That's not super helpful. Oh wait, yeah, I can close this tab. This tab's a free tab. This tab is not helpful. This one we figured out. IO/IUtil. There we go. Read all returns a slice of bytes. How do we turn that into runes? Or into a string. A string would be better. Unless we can parse integers from bytes. Do that. You game with that mouse too? Yeah. That's why I'm bad at games. Let's see. Convert byte slice to string golang. Gaming with a normal mouse, right? You can, but you probably want to cast the byte to a string. Oh, you can just cast it directly? Oh, you can just construct a string. Okay, there we go. Is there a string utils class or thing? Now, are you trying to summon Grim? Get that snake case out of here. Did I use a snake? I did, didn't I? Go doesn't like the snakes, do they? I don't have GoVet. Okay. No snakes. Let's see, is Grim in the chat? NOPQ. No, I don't see Grim in the chat. Not been summoned yet. There's no snakes here. No snakes on this motherfucking plane. A split a string. Golang. This is what I want. Strings package. Pythons eat gophers. Nom nom nom. Oh, he won't because his checkline doesn't register with the names API. Interesting. My bot is in the chat though, and it does. I don't think it does anything special. I don't know. Here's a snake for you. Is that a mermaid snake? A mer snake? Okay, so we want to split on commas and then turn it into integers. Is there like a map function for slices? Map over slices golang. Not maps, like this. Like the functional shit. We'll compare, well, okay, right. I remember this now. Sorry, we have to speak like Rob Pike and be like, yeah, we don't need nice things here. You should be writing for loops for everything. What is it? Make. Actually, we want a map, right? Which one do I pick? Which is going to be the least shitty? This one. Oh, I was right. This is the key, this is the value. We want make map, int. And then for S it's this there's something here. What is it? Should really look at my own Go code before I does this count as a tab? Probably. Go code in here, right? Where's the range with indexes? That thing? Maybe it just works? Oh. Flimderang says, for loops for everything! Fish, you think it would be that easy, right? Juan Carlos, wait, is this a 24/7 stream? No, I've just streamed like 3 times in the last 24 hours. It happens. Okay, this did not have an example. I think it's this. Range, string, contents, bytes. Or wait, is it called like C is called, or where did that go? No. It's this. Strings dot split. I wonder if it'll just convert it for me. One way to find out. Probably won't, but we will try. Cannot use content bytes as string. Okay, that answers that. I'll call string on it. What encoding is it using? Prog declared and not used. Can piss off go. Okay, that did what I want. That did what I wanted. Is parse int in here? E2I golang. Well, you don't need an e2I function. You can just write one simply with for loops. Dirconf. I feel like the parsing is most of the problems that I have with all of these problems. Prog I equals strconf dot a2is. Oh, but I'm gonna have to, that's gonna return an error, isn't it? Son of a bitch. Right. Every time a Windows dings, a unicorn dies. This is why you don't see unicorns. We have the strings tab open, right? Somewhere? I'm gonna close my own code tabs. They were not helpful. Actually, this one is helpful. Close that one. I think that's fair. Rim. Returns a slice of the string S with all leading and trailing Unicode code points contained in cut set removed. Do they not have an example with white space? That's literally the only thing that I care about. Room space, here we go. I know I switched the order of those lines already. We'll just put it back. Okay, we have parsed the program code. We're past the parsing. It only took, what, 30 minutes to do that? 20 minutes? That's not so bad. Okay, now we need to implement intcode again. Part 2, we'll do part 1.py. We need a structure. Only 30 minutes, yeah. I made a structure in here, right? Type command struct. Type prog struct. Prog, which is a map of int. That's not how that syntax works. Just spaces. And I need to capitalize them. Prog. What could go wrong? PC, which is an int, value, which is an int, and halted, which is a bool. We got sick code formatting action. Thank you, go. Func run. How does the types work here? Space? Map int PC, which is an int, and value, which is an int. And that's going to return a prog. Is that how that works? No errors here. We're just doing it like that. Okay, cool. Does Go have nested function? I think it does. Let's make this return unit. What was it mad about? Unexpected foo. Expected parenthesis. Non-declaration statement outside function body. I guess you can't have nested functions in Go? I need to assign it to a variable? Oh, okay. Like that. Okay. A little bit weird. Okay, that's not a thing. Exponentiation, go. Is this not gonna help me? I'm trying to do this over here, but in Go. How? Why do those return floats? How 10 gives me what I want, oddly enough. Oh. Oh, I have this open somewhere, don't I? There, we'll open it again. If the key doesn't exist, I is the value type's 0 value. Oh, sweet. So I literally don't have to do anything. It will always be 0. That's dope. Cool. Exploiting 0 values. Well, that makes this easy. That makes this real easy. Oh no, I wrote panic. It's the worst code ever. That's a weird way to indent switch, but okay, not my problem. Why did it not error? Why did it not be like, what is RB? Also, no spaces around arithmetic is a little bit weird. Okay. Door, func. I'm suspicious that the compiler didn't yell at me when I code formatted. The code doesn't have exceptions, right, Knowledge? That's what panic is for. Panic is... we're gonna die. That's fine. Plus n. Case 2. Return RB plus prog PC plus n. I'm basically an expert at intcode at this point. Code can look ugly and we can just format it. Good. There's no while loop and go? What? For bracket. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I know, the Go programmer would probably write this. Cool. We should never hit this case, so I'm just going to panic. Case 1, prog, store. I am an expert at writing int code. That's all I'm good at. Just int code. We're not gonna do the safety check here because I don't think it's type safe in Go. And that is fine. Get rid of halted because that didn't actually do anything. Our chat says, why don't you like assignment operator in 3.8? Because it encourages garbage like this. This is exactly why I don't like the fucking walrus operator. Oh, you can combine the two lines. Christ. I know this is probably not how you construct a struct. Let's see, did I do one here? Oh, it's not wrong. Oh, I guess I need the named arguments. Yeah, I don't like the case indentation. I feel you, aneurysm, but I mean, it's formatter. That's the one way to do it, even if it's shitty. TV Josh, it's in Python 3.8. It already made it in. It's too late. Can't fix it now. Walrus doesn't really make performance just code calls, right? Have I shown you my favorite terrible walrus thing that I wrote? Pay no attention to the giant spoiler at the top. There's this really awesome, it fits within 80 characters too if we get rid of the spaces. Well, actually, even with the spaces. But yeah, here's my really awesome walrus expression lambda non-recursive function, which computes Fibonacci. This is terrible, but it works really well. This implements add swap. That's how it does that. So that's why there's this a plus c minus a minus c. That's the add swap part. But anyway, here's one way you can abuse the walrus operator. I'm doing me my int code. If parameter instruction 1 PC equals parameter instruction 2, otherwise BC plus equals 3, and then case 6 is the same, but inverted. Case 7, if param o. I always forget this. I won't forget it this time. I'm not even looking at the laptop, I'm basically doing this from memory. Which is sadness, but by default we can panic. Can't panic. Song's got some good jams. I like the song. Just use JavaScript. No need for an assignment operator. All you have to do is watch as noobs assign variables and if statements. Our chat is, hi Anthony, we were looking for intcode developers. Mind joining our team? You need at least 5 years of intcode experience. Yeah, it's the song with the drop. It's the song with the drop. We just missed the drop though, or there's a second drop. 2 drops in the sun. Undefined RB. Do I have to this. Line 18. Oh. Missing argument to panic. What am I supposed to pass to panic? Can I just pass anything to panic? Do I have to pass an error? Undefined op C on line 46. Okay, this should be instruction. We need to panic with opcode 59. Too many arguments to return. Have prog. Oh, I forgot to change this back after I was playing with stuff. Okay. Line 61. Non-bool param used as an if condition. Line 90. Implying the playlist was ran at the start of the stream and the drop happens at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Oh, I pick a random position in the playlist each time. Well, random. I like scroll around and then I pick one. So you might get a different drop every time. Also, I set it to loop, and so we get a different set of songs. I must have just happened to pick similar songs today. Rip, yeah. Oh shit, it's the drop. Yeah. Can you compare the times after you're done writing Go against like all of my different programs, or just against, well, it would just be against Python for this one. Sure, I can do that. It's gonna be hilariously faster because Python's fucking slow. What am I doing? I want to know how to copy a map. Maybe real sad one's like, oh yeah, you know, just write a for loop to copy a map. Oh, damn it. Where was the tab? How does one copy a map? Copy map golang. Any one-line solution? Oh no. Oh no no. No no. No 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 no. I already know where this is going. It's gonna be like, you don't need to copy maps. Go is better than that. You should use a for loop. Damn it. Love Go. Don't need to copy a map. Copy maps for it's fine. Okay, so where were we? Now we're at the algorithm part because we have presumably our intcode thing working. Presumably. Or should I test my intcode first? Did I run my intcode? Testing is for mere mortals. I can test with which day? Day 9 had input values and output values. I think I can do that. Run prog PC of 0, value of 1. That number seems too big. That's the right number. See if part 2 works for day 9. Yep, that's the right number. I know because I've run these programs so many fucking times. But that's kind of cool. I wrote intcode in one pass without any bugs. What? Too bad I've written intcode so many. Nowledge says testing is for mere mortals, right? Nowledge says, "What have you heard about the guy hacking IoT butt plugs?" Nope. What? Knackle Eric, Anthony right now. I have such tiny arms. That 10 doesn't count. Okay. Our intcode presumably works, so we can start copying over the Python. What other shit do we have in here? He's found he can get a butt plug to remotely execute code on a user's computer. God damn. That's next level. Hey, what's up, Bar Raider? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're just writing some Go today, which is going all right. Is that a thing I can do? Knowledge for you is victim. He also created butt plug ransomware that prevents you from using it until you pay to have it unlocked. It's amazing. Hey, what's up, Sherlobs? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. There's no snake case here. You saw nothing. Nope, definitely not any snakes here. Don't tell the Go gods. There were no snakes. Well, this is going to be significantly less convenient. Is there a pair type in Go? Penetration testing has just acquired a totally new meaning. Yeah, it's fine. I'm like 12 years old, so I still think that's funny. I can't believe that there's not a map copy function. I can't. Well, yes, I can, because there's no fucking generics, so of course there isn't a map copy function. How do I do this in Go? Do I make a struct for this pair? Probably I have type point struct xy int all over my code. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that's annoying. Gotta embrace the golang one character variable names, right? I forgot to capitalize these like a noob. This is fine. This is actually probably better anyway. Why is this blue? Dumb. Do one of these have a Go playground that I can poke in? This one does. Is this the best way to do this, or is there like a range 1.4? Do you think it's an accident the playground doesn't support syntax highlighting? Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Is there some way better to do this than what I had before? Or is this the way? Is this the go way? No, I don't want a fucking emoji. I want a copy. Why do they keep moving the stupid right-click menu? Rob Pike doesn't like syntax highlighting. Oh, so the parentheses don't do anything. Oh, the formatter would have done that for me. It's all good. All good. Oh, I have to make a struct for this, don't I? Prog. Points. Depth int. What is the keyword for this? User share nano go. And I think is what it is. And programs. Well, copy map. Run copy map of Prague. 0 direction Prague, and then we have point is add position direction, and depth is 1. That's this line. Can't see what's in the playground. This is what I had in the playground. That's it. Exactly what you wrote in chat. Except I have extra parentheses, but fine, the formatter will fix that for me. So the equivalent of this while loop is it just this? That seems nonsense. 165. Missing comma before new line and composite literal. Why didn't you just add it for me? What are you mad about? Right. No implicit booleans. Right. Right. I wasn't super far off here. Using comma before argument list. Is it because it doesn't have this?
Night, death, darkness. Not being there is an essential component of being there. You don't have the one without the other.
Unexpected new line, expecting comma or parenthesis on line 166
That's the way being is.
at character 14. Oh, does it want a comma here? The fuck? Why can't the code formatter do that for me? Fucking dumb. Bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you. If item.prog.value is equal to 0, oh, we can use a switch here. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you, aneurysm. That is correct. I probably would have figured that out after it did nothing and returned immediately. Switch item.prog.value case 0. Where is my map? Oh, I don't have it. Point string. Or rune is probably what I want. Is that lowercase? Case 0. Area item dot point equals that. Case 1. Area item dot point is equal to dot for direction the expansion
What you really hear when you hear melody is the interval between.
Hey, what's up, Velger? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Item dot point. That makes syntax though. Yeah.
In the intervals between this year's leave,
I think that's right.
last year's leave,
At least that's what I remember. I've written a little bit ago.
people and that generation. The interval is in some ways just as important, some ways more important than what it's between.
So if we already contain the point, we continue. Otherwise, we append to next. With run item.prog.prog copy map item.prog.pc enter another long line here. Look at this arrow-shaped code. So good. Love it. point is new pause, new point, and depth is item dot depth plus 1. And way down here we have case 2. Item dot depth, and then exit 0. Missing. Oh, it's mad about commas again. I know how to fix this. You've fucked me once. You can't get me again. Does this fit on one line now? Oh, right, they're tabs, so they delete way faster. It does not. Is this day 15? Yes, this is day 15 in Go. Assuming this works. Missing len argument to make item. Zero? Item.prog undefined. Type int has no field or member prog. Oh. We hit a halt. We hit a halt. How is that possible? Then we hit a halt. Well, I don't even know where to start in debugging that. It's not good. It's very, very not good. I think this is because of the length, 0, and make. What is it supposed to be? Did I already solve this problem in Python? Yes. Yeah, Python solution is right here. I got points even, Cass. I got points. But yeah, I don't even know where to begin here. I guess I could print the instructions and compare them. See where we go wrong. We go wrong very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay. Yeah, so we branched here. In theory, wrong. Yep, if you look at my stream GitHub, the second one in that link, there's a AOC 2019 repository. Okay, so my int code is jumping to the wrong place, which is fun. Yeah, this branch is wrong. So somehow it went to a halt, which probably means there's a bug in the intcode program, or there's a bug in the value I'm passing in. That run call looks right. This run call looks right also. But presumably it's this first call up here. This it looks right. Print debugging. Okay. Well, that's clearly the problem. Which means that this loop is wrong. Means that this loop is wrong. Dope. Okay, I think that's solved now. Why are we still printing? $394. $294. All right, that's part one. Add the pre-commit hooks for this. That's not what I want. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have hooks for this already. Pre-commit config.yaml. Probably just gonna be Go format. That's all I really care about. You look tired. I feel fine, actually. I'm actually in I'm feeling great. I'm not just saying that too. I actually feel great. I got plenty of sleep last night. I have been streaming all day though, but it's enjoyable. I like it. I like it. Okay, so that's part one. Implement part one in Go. When pre-commit fixes the pre-commit config. Something funny about that. Okay, so that's part one. Part two is similar. What did you say the repo is called? Yeah, I'll just send you a link. And you'll notice that my repository is primarily implemented in T-SQL. We're only at 24% Python. Most of it's T-SQL. It's just T-SQL is Microsoft's flavor, but it's actually just SQLite is the actual real code. Oh no, somebody added me into some random ass GitHub thread. Time to unsub. How did you do? Okay. It's just what GitHub classifies as SQL. Yeah. Oh, my files are called .sqlite.sql to indicate the flavor, but anything that's .sql is good. Looking to improve my Python solutions by looking at yours. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if you'll be able to improve it, but possible. Okay, so did you compare the times with Python versus Go? I did not. That's going to include the compiler though, right? They're about the same time. In fact, Python looks to be slightly faster than Go. Nine milliseconds? Are you timing the full process? Because I'm sure some of this is the process spin up, IO, and all the other garbage that goes on. PyPy and weak go first. I didn't even run PyPy. It's probably slower for some other reason. It's probably spending most of its time in IO, to be honest. It's timing just read the input to print the answer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's more comparable to this time here. But if you include the process spin up, Go is similar time to Python, which is pretty weird. And I'm sure PyPy would be faster. Yeah, 200 milliseconds full process for both parts. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. All right, let's do part 2. We're going to have an oxygen position, but I don't know that we can do nullables, so we'll instead do a point at some garbage value. Hey, what's up, Invictus? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we changed some of this code, didn't we? Can I do this? That thing? Is this compiled or runtime thing? I pre-compiled the binary. If I include the compiler, it's like 400 milliseconds. Huh, how is yours 10 times faster than mine? You like pre-size arrays or something? Or do fewer copies or fewer strings? I don't know. I imagine like a good chunk of this program is spent in I/O. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't actually care. Is the sad bottom line of it. I do a depth first search to explore the map and then breadth first search to find the path. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That would be faster, less copies, fewer copies. Okay, cool. If oxygen pos.x is equal to -999, this is our assertion that we got a point. Pretty janky, but whatever. Can I initialize a list in Go? Slice literal. Oh yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to do that without the tab. Aneurysm, did you get points? I solved it so fast the leaderboard couldn't contain me. Yeah, Aneurysm's a beta tester. Pro tip: square bracket, point, bracket is shorter than make point 0. Oh. I think I ended up doing that anyway, because I thought about something after that. Because I actually want to initialize it with something. So, presumably, this is legit, right? Coder 006 says, what keyboard do you use? It's such a common question that we actually have a command for it. Something something nil slice, but nobody really cares in practice. Oh yeah, I've been yelled at in code review about that before. Like, oh yeah, make is far superior because of empty slice, blah blah blah. It's like, I roll, I don't care. Have a linter do this for me. Forgot to get rid of case 2 down here. I also forgot to make it panic. Line 220, I forgot a colon. Sick! Oh, this might be the day that I get the most sleep. That's weird. Weekend day, getting lots of sleep. Implement day 15, part 2, and go. Cool. Your code reviewers sounded like Rob Pike. It's part of our training is Go Code Reviewers. We have a 3-hour video on how to sound like Rob Pike. Cool. I'll add to my plethora of languages. Alright. How many tabs do we think we have? A lot fewer today. Probably because I actually kind of know some Go. Also, we have dupes of some of the tabs, which is kind of fun. You guys want to put bets on how many I opened? 42? 27? I think Mindful Fox is pretty close. I was gonna say like 20, and I didn't peek. Alright, let's see how many we got. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. You were close, Mindful Fox. By the Price is Right rules, you would win. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for today. There's an experimental Chrome feature where hovering over a tab shows an image of the tab. You seem like someone who has enough tabs to want that. I don't really use Chrome. I only use it during streaming. And usually I actually close my tabs. I've mostly just been leaving them open to like gauge how difficult a programming language is. It's not like a great measurement for it, but I don't know, it's been pretty telling. Or like how easily Googleable things are in a programming language. Like for instance, PowerShell, fucking everything was just completely impossible to Google. There were no answers for anything. Like it would be so long to get the actual code working. Oh, and Swift was the same way because everything was like, here's how to do it in an iOS app, and it's like, no, I'm running server Swift. Help, please. Catherine uses one tab. Is that an extension, or do you literally just use one tab? Oh, is this the one where it like turns them into images and nice. Save the tabs and go through and find the ones that I learned from. Cool, awesome. It's always TPIR rules. Yeah. Which programming language was the most Googleable so far? Well, I can tell you which ones are have been the easiest so far. Oh, this is gonna fail because I forgot to add Go. No, it passed. Really? Why is Go installed but Ruby's not? Weird. Okay, well, not gonna complain, I guess. Well, let's see. I already knew C++, so this one wasn't bad. C was pretty Googleable, but I also knew most of what I was doing. I was mostly just confirming the argument types there. I also mostly knew what I was doing with Bash, so that one was easily Googleable, but I knew exactly what I was looking for. Java, I don't remember because I was drunk. But I assume it was pretty easy. Also, I know Java, so it wasn't that bad. This one I only had to Google for the one little trick. Once I found the one trick, which was the first search that I made, the first Google result, the first Stack Overflow answer. Once I knew the trick, this was easy. Rust? I don't remember. I'd have to look at the footage. I seem to remember the error messages from the compiler were really bad, and that when we Googled them, it was more obvious what was wrong. Perl was pretty ungoogleable. Mostly because everything is just like a bunch of symbols. Although I had a cheat sheet that I was using because it was like, learn Perl in 2 hours. That was that one. JavaScript I already kind of knew. Well, I already knew, so this one wasn't a thing. Googling intcode was fucking impossible. I couldn't find anything on it. Lua was pretty easy to Google. Nim was hard to Google because there wasn't much resources, but most of them led to the actual Nim documentation, which was pretty good. PowerShell was the worst, absolutely the worst. Swift was pretty hard too. Not as hard as PowerShell, but pretty hard. Mostly because everything was geared at iOS. Kotlin was surprisingly... Well, once we figured out that we weren't using Java Kotlin, we were using Kotlin native. I figured out how to switch to Java Kotlin. Once we figured that out, it was pretty smooth sailing, but before that, the error messages like didn't line up at all. Like, cannot find symbol Java, and it's like, what? Isn't Kotlin a JVM language? How is this a thing? Ruby was easy. Also, I kind of knew what I was doing. I've written like 1 or 2 Ruby programs. This one was ungoogleable, but not surprisingly. Go was actually pretty Googleable, as that kind of, well, I also kind of knew what I was looking for. I don't know. I think they were all pretty Googleable, except for PowerShell and Swift. And the one error message I got in Kotlin. And some of the error messages in Rust. Other than that, they were all not so bad. Go is Googleable. Didn't seem drunk that night. Ooh. Yikes. I had a lot to drink that night, so it was I mean, we at least got it in the end. Purple Pineapple says Python 0. Yes. So yesterday, for day 14, we re-implemented do I still have it in my home directory? No. We'll have to reapply the patch too. github.com, acetyli, ancient pythons. Let's set this up again. Gotta fix the mult function because it's done wrong. Must be long X. This goes away. This goes away. Hey, what the fuck? This line does nothing. As does this line. It's literally just for the overflow check. The broken overflow check. And we'll build it. But yeah, the goal of that, or what I did yesterday, is I made a program that works in every version of Python that I could compile, except for Python 1.1. Because Python 1.1 segfaults whenever you call the open function. So just to show that, ancient Python's been Python 0, part1.py 0.py input.text. So that works. It also works with Python 3 and Python 2, and I tried a bunch of the other old Pythons, but they take a long time to compile. Yeah, Python 1.1 is cursed. But part 1 and part 2 both work. Part 2 takes a lot longer, though. A lot longer. But it's actually pretty fast in Python 3. So they must have improved something since then. But, yeah. It works in all the versions that I had access to. And these are the ones that I tried it on. 091, 101, 11 segfaulted, 14, 16, 20, 27, 35, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Python 3. It was interesting that everything you googled is on the starter documentation / tutorial for them. Yeah, I didn't go through the tutorial. I didn't have time for tutorials. But you're right, Juan. I probably should have gone through that. Would have made things a lot better. But I also kind of want to just like jump in and make it happen. Laughs in Guido, right? Yeah, and I never went back and fixed the open function. I should probably... remove faulty overflow check in small. It now has no overflow check, but webs. But yeah, that was what Python 0 was. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it for today. So let's do our little spiel, and then I'll... hopefully someone else is streaming, and I can send you off to them. But yeah, I streamed... That's not a word. I streamed earlier today, which is what this video is about. Actually, I was supposed to delay the upload of that one. Whoops. Oh well. But yeah, if you liked what you saw and want to catch previous content that I stream, I put it up on YouTube, and that's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode, so you can see all my other Advent of Code days, as well as my other open source streaming content that I usually produce, which is usually like Python linters, or code formatters, or packaging, or other stuff related to that. Usually what I work on. Most of the recent streams have been working on my text editor, but that's a whole nother deal. Good night, Mindful Fox. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around in the future. I usually stream on Saturdays. However, I'm going to be on vacation the next 3 Saturdays, so that's not going to happen. But I usually announce those on Twitter. That's twitter.com/codewithanthony. Thank you, Purple Pineapples, for the follow. But yeah, I usually announce like I'm going to be streaming in 60 minutes, and then yeah, that's one way to find the streams. Another way to find the streams is on Discord, which the link is in chat right now. But yeah, I'll be streaming the next couple of days of Advent of Code, but then I'm going to head out, and I'll pick up the rest of Advent of Code in January. So only a few more days for me to get points, but I think that's fine. But yeah, that's all I've got, so I'm going to go find someone to raid.